Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back into my channel. So in this lecture, lab and lecture, we're going to understand and configure OSPF version 2 into a single area. So basically, if you look here, you see in chapter 8 on the CCNP Encor PDF books, it's talk about OSPF. So it says that, so the OSPF fundamental, it explains what is OSPF and stuff like that. So this is a short. So what is OSPF? So OSPF fundamental, OSPF sends to neighboring routing link state advertisement LSA that contains the link's state and link metric. So the receive LSA or store in the local database called the link state database, LDSB. And they are flooded throughout the OSPF routing domain, just as the advertising router advertise them. All OSPF router contain a synchronized identical copy of the LSDB for the same area. So the LSDB provides the topology of the network in an essence, providing for the router a complete map of the network. So all OSPF router wants I don't know how to pronounce this word, the shortest path first SPF. So says that here, if you would skip, so each router sees itself as the root on the top of the SPF3 SPT. So there go the architecture of some of these OSPF. So it's now area 12 routes, area 0, area 34. So topic inter-routing communication OSPF1 directly over IPv4 using its own protocol 87, which is preserved for OSPF by the Internet Assigned Number Authority, IANA. OSPF use multicast where possible to reduce unnecessary traffic. The two OSPF multicast addresses are as follows. So there go the two OSPF multicast addresses. So it's important for you to know that. So it's the IPv4 multicast address for OSPF is 224.0.0.5, and the MAC address is right there. It's 224.0.0.6. So this is very important. Should you be in a in a job interview and they may ask you this question about what is the multicast IP address for OSPF. So you have to remember it's 224.0.0.4.5 and 224.0.0.6. So the hello packets for OSPF, like I said, guys, so this is the PDF version that I bought from Cisco for the CCNP Encor. So I'm willing to give that to you for free. So it's going to be in the bottom of this page after the demo configuration. So if you want to, you could always, just click on the link below and take this PDF version of CCNP Encor for free. So now you see, let's talk about the OSPF configuration. So resides on most under the OSPF process, but some of these options, so OSPF network statements and all of that. So the little bit of PDF lecture that I prepare here for this lab. So you will see here it says configure and verify single area OSPF version 2. So it says that I put this, so open shortest path first is the link state routing protocol that is used to find the distance between two endpoints of a network, as well as the best path between them and the routers in the network, which can be updated by the router itself using link state information that it's received from other routers in the network on a regular basis or via multicasting procedures such as OSPF area 0 multicast messages. OSPF hello packets or router advertisement, the RA are sent out periodically by a router to advertise its capabilities and other information about the router, neighbor routing in the open short path first area. So this article, you could find it from the Cisco too. It says what are the area, sub-area, what are the area, sub-area, and not to sub-areas. So an OSPF network can be divided into subdomain called areas. So an area is logically collection of OSPF networks. Routers and links that have the same area identification. A router within an area must maintain a topology database for the area to which it belongs. The router does not have detailed information about network topology outside of its area, which thereby reduce the size of its database. So as I say, you could always come in, stop into this channel and check out different articles that we have here for OSPF. So it's easy for us to go ahead and make our configuration about OSPF, but it's better that we explain and make you understand in depth what is the meaning of OSPF. So you see here, we put together, define a sub area for OSPF. So use the area X sub command in every router in the area to define an area on the sub area. So these are different things, and that's the architecture that we provide here for, say, area 7, area 0, and ASBR. So we have defined a totally sub area for OSPF. So like I said, guys, you could always come, stop at this channel and take a look at different articles that we put together here just to help out on understanding what is different, things about OSPF. So the area, so you say like normal, non-restriction, sub-area, no number type 4 or 5 for AS, asynchronous, external, LSA is allowed, totally, sub, no type 3 and 4 LSA and different things like that. So just for the purpose of abbreviate this lecture, you could always stop by and take a look at this yourself, but I will go ahead and pull a packet tracer and start making our configuration for OSPF today. So first and foremost, we're gonna go ahead and make this big. So this is too big. Let's go ahead and just resize this. Bring this here. So first thing first, in this lab configuration, we're going to do what? We're going to configure OSPF version 2 in a single area. So first thing first, we're going to configure OSPF on router 1, 2, and 3. So let's go ahead and start doing this. Let's start with router 1, which is this router here. Click on it. And then let's go ahead, enable. Oh, I'm sorry. We got a typo. So let's see. Let's do it on router 2, by the way. So and conf d, say we say router OSPF. How about just check that to see this typo is gone. Okay, so it hasn't gone yet. Router OSPF. Router OSPF 10. Because here it says that the process ID has to be 10, just in case if you're asking where do I find this from. It says that the router ID on each of the router, 1 is 111, 2 is 222, 3 is 333. So it's very explanatory, just in case should you asking where do we find those data that we type it in. So add conf-t. So router OSPF10. And then what do we have? Router ID is 1.1.1. That's what we've been provided. And then what else? So the network ID, which we've been given here, I go to network ID for this router. So let's just copy it. Sorry, let's copy it so we could see. Let's say we say what? You can say network, paste, and the subnet mask is what? At 0.0.0.255, and the area is 0, 0. Okay, so then we could do network again. Let's just do an opt out and just change a little bit of data here. 16.3, 16.3.0. So 16.3.0, and the 255 area 0. So we good. And then we have another one, which is this one here, 192.168.10. 10.4, which is this one here. So let's just change things. So 192.168.10.4. Small this, make it 4. And we have the subnet mask. Oh, sorry. So the subnet mask on this is what? Is 0.0.0.3. At 3, and area 0. Network 192.168.10.4. Okay, so my bad. Was a typo here. Let's remove this, then enter. Are we good? What do we have wrong? So network 192.168.10.4. So 192.168. Yep. We have. Let's check it. 192.168.10.4. So make a space. Then we have that 0, that, remove this, then bingo. Why we're not good? Let's check it again. So network 192.168 at 10.4. So it's network 192.168 at 10.4. The area is 0, 0, 0, 3. Is it not taking this? 192.168 at 10.4. Right? It's not taking this. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can type it into network. It says 192.168 at 10.4, then 0.0.0.3, then we get the area, which is 0. So it takes it. So we could, so now we could say passive NFS is gigabit 0/0. Okay, so now let's end on router 1. Now let's go ahead and pull router 2 and do the same configuration with the exception that the ID should be what 0SPF10. So we get router ID. So it's 2.2.2.2. Then we have what? In network. So we're gonna go a little bit faster, but you could follow along with the addressing table that we've been provided. So it's 192.16.3 dot what? Dot 0, and then 0.0.0 dot 255. Then we get the area, which is 0. Press enter, then all power, what? 3, that's, sorry, let's go ahead. So then we get 172.16.1. So let's try that to 1. Then 255. So this should be this one. And then that should do change this to 3, right? Then make the change here. All these 3. Then enter. And change to 192. And the 192.168.10.4. And the address is that subnet master stay the same. So hit enter. Then we could do passive interface gigabit 0/0. See if it's gonna take it. Okay, so it's take it. So then we add we make a mistake here on router 2. No, we're not. Yes, we do. So it should be what? Let's go back on config, conf t, see if we have these. Okay. So what that should be, so 172.16.3. So this one is good. But the last one should be 8. So let's go here. In the area 3. Okay, so let's do. Okay, I see why. So we should go on router. Let's stay route OSPF. So router OSPF10. Then we say router ID 2.2.2.2. Then we should do the all power. Then enter that, and then we good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the same on router 3. So we have router 3. Let's go ahead and do the same configuration, and then we'll be done with this tab. So enter conf t, let's say router OSPF10, and the router ID is 3.3.3. Then we could say the network is 192. Now, if you asking that's this network that we type it in, that's what we've been provided. So it's this one, 92.168.1. So on router 3, you will see that it says it here. So that's what we're working with, okay, guys? So it's 192. We didn't make no IP addresses, so the addressing table is provided to us. We just type it in. So it's 192.168.10.4. 1.0, right? So 0.0.0.255. Then we get the area, 0, enter, up out, just make a little bit of change, which is 10.4, which is this one here. It's 10.4, which is this one here. So let's make that a little bit of change, 10. So 10.4. Then the mask is that 0.0.0.3. At 3, enter, so up and change the 4 to 8. Then go. Then we could do passive and passive interface is gigabit 0.0. And we have. So now, if you want to see, so if you do a show OSPF, if you do a show OSPF, show IP OSPF, show IP OSPF, you would see here the configuration that we made. Select more. So the good about the ID that we have over the 3, and they go all the things that we've been talking about on the lecture. So IP, let's say if we do a show IP OSPF at gig 0/0 DR. So probably let's take this one. Let's go on this. These are the routers. That's router 3. Show IP OSPF. This is one the area. The routing processing ID is 1.1.1.1 and the OSPF is 10, just like the one that we did. So let's go and try that for the router 2 and then we'll be done with this lab. So show up IP OSPF. So there go the OSPF 10. So the OSPF, the router OSPF is 10 and the router ID is this. So stay tuned for more interesting labs. So I appreciate you was following along with me. Thank you so very much. I'll see you in the next lab. Again, thank you.